So the different treatments that I've been undergoing the last 4 months, I've been in and out of the ER, but also hospital for obstruction of my colon. And then finally, 3 weeks ago, they've been able to remove the tumor in my colon. So I've had 4 chemos, and then they've removed about 12 to 15 inches of my colon. And so I'm currently recovering from that, and in a couple of weeks I'm going back to chemo for a couple more months, every other week, and then I'll need to do another scan. And this chemo is specifically for the liver and the lungs. So there is a huge tumor on my right side of my liver, and then a few tumors on my left side, and then also in my lungs. So the goal is to hopefully shrink the tumors in my liver and lungs, and then we'll do a CT scan, and then do another round of chemo for 2 months and radiation. And then hopefully in the fall we'll be able to, it shrinks down where the surgeons are comfortable in removing the tumor. Currently, right now, they don't see a way of, or even the ability to even remove the tumor right now. It's just too big for them. So in the fall, that's the goal, is hopefully chemo and radiation would shrink the tumor and then remove it. And then after that, we'll address also the left side of the tumor in my liver and also in my lungs. And hopefully they would just zap it. That's what they say, is just zapping it after the recovery from the liver surgery. And then, unless a miracle happens, and then God willing, it just eradicates it. Miracles do happen, so. We've grown closer in our marriage. I would say in all aspects, especially spiritually. So there were times that I was in so much pain, and I followed the doctors, the way to take medication, what to do, and that never worked. The only amazing thing that worked is prayer. So my husband gets in, and he usually hits almost 12 midnight, and I said, I cannot sleep. The only thing that actually made me sleep was reading the Psalms, and he would pray over me. So that is why I think it brought us closer together during the time of storms, during times when our children would question, why does God even allow this? But taking the time, even this week, especially when time off, spending the time with them and explaining that God's ways are higher than our ways, as in Isaiah, and his thoughts are higher than our thoughts. As far as the heaven is from the earth, that's how his ways are higher than our ways. There are things that we can't even explain. But we have the peace of knowing that God is with us, Emmanuel. He is through us. He never leaves us nor forsake us. As I said before, he's the same God that I got to know when I was 11 years old back in Tonga. He is the same God today, and He's been faithful and good. And He has blessed us more than we've ever asked.
Difficulties or tribulations either break or make us. I think it make us as better people. We grow in the process, and I think it's, for me personally, I do everything I see where I can grow emotionally and how to handle this, grow closer to God, asking if God, if you're real, and for me it becomes more real in my experience, because like you know that death is a reality we cannot escape from, but I grow to treasure the moment that I have with my wife and our kids together, knowing that the future is, the time is so short. So I began to treasure time, getting together, coming from work, and you know that you have your wife, you should spend as much as you can with her, and go together with her in the during these difficult times.